Okay, well, welcome to another Alexa skills tutorial from me. This time we'll be looking at Alexa presentation language using video. I may already have seen the one that I've got on audio. I'll do this in about 4 videos. This one's going to be very basic, just getting an APL video up and running and doing it in the APL display. Then in the next one, be a bit more complicated. We'll integrate the APL with code, and we'll add some data binding. Then we'll add some play and pause controls, and finally we'll add speech commands to it. So if you don't know what APL is, you can take a look at some of my other videos, and the text in this document is available already at this website here, my GitHub. Jailwork, Alexa APL video. So there's a couple more links here if you want to find out more about it. But let's have a look, see how we might do it. So first of all, we'll create a new skill in the developer console. I've already done that, but I'll show you what you need to do. First thing you need to do here is you need to add the interfaces, and you need to add this Alexa presentation interface here. Just click this, and you can choose the screens that you want it to run on, but don't see why you want to limit those. Before you do anything else, you need to save the interfaces and rebuild the model. So whilst that's rebuilding, we'll go and look then to create our video response. Now to do that, go to Build again. This time we'll go to Multimodal Responses. Might take a bit of a time whilst it's thinking that. And here you get an option of either, because I click the Build tab, multimodal responses, either an audio or the video. Well, we looked at the audio before. This time we'll look at the visual. And as you see, I've got already some here that I've been playing with. We will end up with this video layout. Oh no, simple video first of all. Then we'll look at how to add a video control for it, and then add some controls for it. So we click Create the Visual Response. And, well, we want a blank document. As you see, there are some images, some templates that you can already use. So now we've got a nice blank document just with our main template here. Now what we need to do is to build our screen that we want, and to do that you can do it in a few ways. You can either do it in the code, if you know how to do it in the code. That's the code we'll be looking at. You can do it with a graphical user interface view, which we'll do in a minute, or you can just drag the items from the side here into the screen, and you'll see then that it's added a container here and it's added in the code. So if we go back to the GUI view, you can also delete the components and so on. Or when you're in the GUI view, you select the item you want, add the component. We're having a lot of child components, and we're just going to add a container. Having done that, you might want to set some of these items that you want for the container. So that's the first thing we've done. As you see now, we've got some code with a container. I most probably deleted most of these in my examples because we don't really need them. If you delete things, one of the common errors I see is a comma here disappears or needs to be added, and you'll get mistakes. So just check your commas if you're doing anything like that. So we selected the main table, we added the component, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add our video element to it. So we can now do again, we'll go GUI view, select the container, add the component, child component. So you can do it whichever way you want to, really, whichever way you find it's most obvious. But if you don't really know where items are, you can certainly find them all this way. So now I've added a video component, and what we're going to do on the video component is we'll just change the height and the width. I can never find these. I always seem to scroll past them. So the width we'll set to 100%. Oh, absolute value, okay. All right, I'll do it VW then, okay. And the height, we'll set this to, can I set this to 80%? No, same things. Same, sorry, ETVH. Okay, what I've done that is I've left this space here for our controls, our pause and our play controls later on. So if we look at our code view, this is what we've got. We've just simply got a container which contains a video. The other thing I've do often early on is to add this import, because that gives you a lot more components. So I'll just add that to the code. Yeah. You'll see actually if you don't do an add component and add a, sorry, choose the right thing, GUI view, container, add component, child component. And now if you look at the list here, you'll see there's a really long list of items that we can add. And one of these items will be adding a slider later on in the videos. Okay, so let's just compare the code view that I've got here with what I've got in my notes. I think basically it's the same, except I've got this aligned center here, which I might add. And the height and the width are 100%, and I've got 80% there. So there is some slightly, this container doesn't have the height and the width either. So I'll just add those. As you see, we can either add them in the code here, or we can just add them by choosing the component and selecting the component as we saw before. And now these, I'll just put these back now to percentages. Doesn't really make much difference with a simple thing like this. Okay, so that's what we've done. That's what we've done. We've now did the video. What we need is now a video for it to play. And I use the big buck video. If you ever start messing around with videos, you'll soon see that you come across this video. And let's just go to the GUI view, select the video, and we'll select the source here. And let's just save that. Save this as a template, or simple template. Now the nice trick is here, all we can do is press this enter preview button. Let's just check I'm doing it in line with my notes. So we've added this, we've added something to sort. Oh, set the autoplay true is what we want as well. So I'll just scroll back here. Oh, sorry, audio track, autoplay. Just check that so that's true. So it'll automatically play, save the template. And now you can either send it to a device, you can show it on a device, right? If you select this down here, you can send to whichever device you've got, or you can quite happily just enter the preview mode and it will play. And that is all we need to do to get a video running on an Alexa skill as far as the design goes. So what we'll do there is I'll stop at that point and then we'll move on to the next part, integrating the APL encoder and adding some data binding to it in the next video. Okay.